Hey guys, Useless here, and today we are going to be milking the Starfield pronoun drama some more. Because why not? The YouTube gods have recommended me this video to react to. It's more content to throw down your gullets. So why would I deny them? Let's hit play.
Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to sit down, comfy chair, turn on my PC, fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself, think, oh my God, just think of this world, just think of all the planets I can visit, all the immersive things that I can get involved with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than...
But I swear to God, if there's a transgender.
I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every conceivable opportunity so you can current dayers.
So let's talk about gaslighting. If you're not
pronouns,
as Urban Dictionary explains, gaslighting is a form of intimidation or
oh my
psychological
gosh.
abuse, sometimes called ambient abuse, where false information is presented to the victim, making them doubt their own memory, perception, and quite often
Wait, is she gonna say that like either she's being gaslit or that the guy is being gaslit?
Classic example of gaslighting is to switch something around on someone that you know they're sure
Oh
to
my
know,
gosh.
but then deny knowing anything about it, and to explain that they must be imagining things when they challenge these changes. The clip you saw at the beginning of this video is one that quickly went viral. In it, as or heel versus babyface, if you follow him on YouTube, he's got a great channel, I highly recommend it. Here he is explaining his clear frustration after Starfield asked players for their pronouns at the beginning of the game, therefore removing any possibility of an immersive experience and just dragging people right.
What? No. Again, this point really needs to be emphasized. The only people not being immersed are the people that are so fucking obsessed with like cringe online culture war politics. Most people just saw the pronouns and just pressed like, okay, and continued on. Some people who wish to change their pronouns, because again, like this really needs to be emphasized as well. The game does not force you to choose your pronouns. It doesn't. It's so stupid. The game actually reinforces like the normal gender binary or sorry, the gender pronoun norms or whatever. Like when you pick the male body type, it gives you the he him pronouns. When you pick the female body type, it gives you the female pronouns. And then if you want to like mix and match them, you have the option to do so. It does not ask you what your pronouns are. Only if you like want to change your pronouns, you can do it. So for the people that don't care about this stupid internet culture war bullshit, they just went with their normal pronouns. And then the people that would just like to get mad about this kind of stuff, or are like legitimately so like hyper obsessed and triggered by it, they went into the pronoun option and got mad about it. But it's like, you don't even have to engage with it. And obviously, you know, like you could probably guess my opinion. I don't care about it. It's like, even if the game did ask me for my pronouns, I wouldn't care. Like if I wanted to be like a regular cisgender character, I'd pick the right pronouns. I don't know, maybe I do a Starfield run where I want to be a transgender person. In that case, I'll pick the fucking thing. Because it's like, because this is also like the root of it, where it's like, the one place where I feel like we should all be able to agree that like, that this stuff is okay to be in is a RPG character creation menu. Why are you being triggered by this? It is a character creation menu in an RPG. Since we're fucking providing dictionary definitions, RPG stands for role-playing game, where the whole point is to be somebody that you're not. So even if you're somebody that's like, transgenders aren't valid and it's not scientific, blah, 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 blah. You can't pretend to be a man if you're a woman, blah, 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 blah. Even if that's you, even if the whole point of an RPG is to be somebody that you're not. So it's like, can we just not be weird about it? Can we just like accept that that's the whole point of an RPG? And can you just like not inject your weird politics into the situation where it's just not called for? Like it's just so silly. But anyways, I went on my epic soy rant, so we'll just play again.
Back to the real world. A real world, by the way, where politics is everywhere and you just can't escape them.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Get pronouns! Get gender ambiguity! Get current day Californian, because that's all we know, because we're boring! We're so boring! We can't see past our own reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here.
Yeah, it's also like nobody's being narcissistic here except for you. You're the one who doesn't want to allow people to have this option if they want it. That's you. You don't have to engage with it. You can just pick your body type and have just the normal assigned pronouns to it and move on with your day. You're the one that's getting triggered by this. You're the one that's wanting to like force your ideology down everybody else's throats. That's you. You're the one doing that. Like that's what I don't know if like these anti-SJW peoples realize this. They have lived long enough to see themselves become the villain. It's like they are the triggered SJWs at this point. It's like like that's how I see them as, right? Like this to me is no different from like Anita Sarkeesian calling like a benign game sexist or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I've never listened to anything that Anita Sarkeesian has to say, but I assume that she's one of those people. It's like this is to me these are the people that got mad at like Kingdom Come Deliverance for not having black people, even though it was like trying to be a historically accurate video game, so it made sense for there not to be black people. It's like these are the same people. They are two sides of the same coin to me.
Is the Western Game Company.
Now, that frustration, I'm sure, is something that so many of us have encountered, whether it's playing a video game and being asked for something like our pronouns, or watching a show or a movie that we're just beginning to like when, boom, all of a sudden, one of the characters takes some random dig against capitalism or white people, or heck, why not both, because it's current year.
Yeah, that's like, it's just like so cringe to me. It's like we've gotten to the point now where people are like people are telling artists and storytellers that they shouldn't have things in their media that goes against their politics. And that's just so bizarre to me. 'Cause it's like, I don't know, like if I'm engaging with a piece of media, I want to be confronted with something that I disagree with. You know, like that's interesting to me personally. And I'll just never understand this perspective, whether it be from the left or in this case the right, of people just being like, no, only politics that I agree with should be in this game. I'm a capitalist. If you are anti-capitalist, then I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear from it, blah, 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 blah. It's like, that's weird to me. Like, I'm a capitalist. I'm not a fucking socialist. But like, if there's like a communist character in a movie, that's fine. I don't care. I sincerely don't. Right? Like, I don't know, maybe the movie will provide an interesting argument and I'll have to think about it and strengthen my perspective even. But it's like when I'm watching a movie, I'm there to see the perspective of the director or of the screenwriter. Like, I want a human experience. You know what I mean? Honestly, it brings me back to like fucking AI, you know? It's like, I don't want to, I want to hear like somebody's vision. I want to hear somebody's voice when I'm watching a movie. I want to, like, I'm here to see the artist's perspective. when people say that like, oh, keep politics out of my movies, or I don't want you to put your own personal politics into the movie. I'm like, why do you watch movies? Like, what are you talking about? I just like, it's difficult for me to wrap my mind around that point of view. Because that's like, for me, that's like the whole reason why I consume art, is because I want to hear the artist's perspective. So again, like I've always found these people to just be very strange. Like I don't understand not wanting to see an artist's point of view in their art. And again, whether it comes from the right or the left, I've never understood that perspective.
For his honesty, however, Az was met with very quick and extreme criticism from the usual suspects. Online leftists. As one person said, gorilla-shaped man on the verge of crying because Starfield lets you pick pronouns at the start of the game and then it's never brought up again. Somebody please shoot this guy with a bear tranquilizer.
Oh my god, let me guess, she's gonna she's gonna like virtue signal about this, being like, the tolerant left strikes again. Now they're calling for violence, when this is obviously hyperbolic.
Attack someone. Similarly, Cenk Uygur's nephew also chimed in, this weird British guy losing his mind over selecting pronouns in Starfield is the perfect demonstration for why we must bring back lobotomies. And similarly, wait, is this dude really crying because they give you the options for pronouns in Starfield? Please tell me I'm effing wrong. See, it's just pronouns, guys. Why are you
It is just pronouns.
Why are you freaking out? It's just pronouns.
It is. It really is.
A big deal. It's nothing to worry about. Would you look at these snowflakes who are all up in a tizzy? Just
yeah. she can say it like dismissively, but that is our reaction to the situation. I'm sorry.
Because they were asked for their pronouns. Yeah, we're gonna get into why the backlash that Az faced is some of the most disingenuous gaslighting BS I've ever seen.
It's not gaslighting. Like, you can add more context to the situation, but it's not gaslighting. Like, he got triggered because he was asked for his pronouns. But again, by the way, he's lying. He wasn't asked for his pronouns. The game does not ask you for your pronouns. It gives you the normative pronouns by default. You have to go in and manually change them. So, by the way, we need to be clear about that. Unless the game was updated to not ask their pronouns, I don't know. But the last I checked, when you're creating your character selection menu, it does not ask you for your pronouns. But yeah, so that's disingenuous. And it's like, you can say that it's like, this is the straw that broke the camel's back in regard to the culture war or whatever. But it's like, that doesn't change the fact that a benign thing that doesn't matter, like, maybe you have a bunch of other criticisms of our current culture that are valid. It doesn't change that the straw that broke the camel's back is pronouns in a character fucking selection menu, and it doesn't change the fact that that is a benign thing, and it doesn't change the fact that you're silly for getting triggered over it.
My entire life. But first, I do want to say a huge thank you to today's sponsor, Neurohacker. Not only am I a mom,
okay, I normally let ads play because I'm stealing content,
and physically is important,
but I don't have time.
The thing is, because always the best.
I'm recording this.
Taking pronouns to serious pronouns in the
in a bit of a hurry.
On your terms. What I want everyone to understand is that I'm not surprised that leftists disagreed with Az not liking pronouns.
Also, I like that she just assumes that like Review Tech USA and the Act Man are like leftists. It's like, are these guys even leftists? Because I'm pretty sure both Review Tech USA. Now, granted, I don't watch much of their content, but I'm pretty sure Review Tech USA and the Act Man are like pretty notable in how they go after both the right and the left when they like complain about stuff like this. Like, I believe the Act Man made a bunch of videos about Hogwarts Legacy and how the Hogwarts Legacy boycott was silly. So I don't even know, like, I don't know if the Act Man like expresses his politics. He totally could. He might be a full-on socialist, but I have no idea.
pronouns in the game. That's to be expected. What I take issue with, why I'm making this video, is the idea that Az is the one that is taking pronouns too seriously and that he is the one that is being overly sensitive about the issue. Because you see, I don't know if you...
In this particular situation, he is. Maybe she's about to bring up a bunch of examples of people getting mad because they don't have the options to put to select their pronouns, and I would say that's equally as silly because, like, again, I don't have a problem with them being in the game, but like if the developer doesn't want to go through the trouble of implementing that in their video game, I don't think they should be forced to either.
Guys remember this, but 10 years ago, 5 years ago even, games weren't asking you for your pronouns before you started playing. That just wasn't happening. So why is it happening now, you may wonder? Well, put simply, it's because some people out there made a pretty big effing deal about pronouns.
Only reason why I'm not playing this game, and I know a bunch of other people are not playing this game, is because we know that it's not worth it to get bullied.
So yeah, I think this is in regards to the whole Hogwarts Legacy situation. And yeah, these people were cringe. So is the thumb from from Spy Kids. So this is just a very bizarre point for somebody to make to me, where it's like it's whataboutism. It's like we're currently talking about how the thumb from Spy Kids is getting triggered over pronouns in Starfield. Back when Hogwarts Legacy came out, again, like, she brought up the Act Man as an example. I'm pretty sure that the Act Man made videos also criticizing the Hogwarts Legacy boycott. Like, again, like, Lauren Chen to me seems like a very, like, partisan hack, where it's like she can't ever just, like, criticize the right, it seems like. Or, you know, I shouldn't say that. That's disingenuous on my part because I don't watch her content, but I'll say that, like, people that are like political actors, I will say, they tend to be like, I can't just criticize the right, I have to bring up the left too. Like, the left also does bad things. And it's like, yeah, the left is cringy too. Both the left and the right can be cringe sometimes. What do you think that's an own? I don't even know.
Bullied endlessly and called transphobic endlessly.
I'm almost like thinking of just like either going offline or like I'm barely into the second combat here, and every time I look at chat, it's just the conversation is just like.
Maybe we can do like.
Also, to be fair, the situation is also a little disingenuous because or this comparison is also a little disingenuous because technically the people in Hogwarts that were boycotting Hogwarts Legacy, they weren't boycotting it because the game like didn't let you choose your pronouns. Or I mean, I didn't play Hogwarts Legacy, so maybe that was also an element. I don't know, but I believe they were mainly boycotting it because J.K. Rowling is like a anti-trans activist, which I still think that's silly. But to be honest, like, if you are a trans person, that's probably a better reason to boycott the game than fucking they just gave you an option that you don't have to engage with. So I don't know. I think both of them are silly, like both the thumb from Spy Kids as well as the Hogwarts Legacy boycotters. I think they're both silly. But to be fair, this comparison is also a little disingenuous.
I'll be right back. Like a little break or something.
You can take a break if you want. I'll just stop talking and I'll just go fight and do the combat. Y'all done did it now.
And harassment and doxing and people doxing my friends and like.
Okay, to be
so
fair,
much
anime avatar YouTubers probably deserve to be doxxed.
horrible, vile
Just kidding. I'm kidding. Don't dox anybody.
things all over streaming a video game.
So we are 100.
I will say, the anime avatar just not emoting at all. The visual is funny. I'm sorry.
% crystal clear. The only reason that pronouns are being included in this video game is
Also, it's not because people again this is just disingenuous. The pronouns weren't the reason why people were boycotting Hogwarts Legacy. Like okay, it's possible that maybe the game didn't let you choose your pronouns. Oh god, wait, wasn't the reason isn't it the case that you can't choose your pronouns, but everybody used the pronouns of they them? Wasn't that in Hogwarts Legacy? I think that might have been in Hogwarts Legacy. But either way, when you look at the comparison is disingenuous because the boycott was primarily because of J.K. Rowling, not because of pronouns. And the truth is that our society is just becoming more and more progressive. So it's like I don't think it's the case that Bethesda was like, if we don't include pronoun options, people are going to boycott our game. People are going to get angry. Like, again, if Starfield came out and it didn't give you the options to use pronouns, like, would there have been a couple of people on Twitter that would have pointed it out? Probably. But it wouldn't have been a big hubbub. The game would have still sold fine.
Is that people out there make a huge deal about them. There are people that are so invested in pronouns that they actually want it to be a crime to use someone's wrong pronouns. Make no mistake, that is exactly the current climate that we are in. So no, you do not get to, essentially bully corporations into adopting your ideology and then turn around and tell someone like us who just simply doesn't like it that, hang on a second, guy. What?
Yeah, and so it's just like, look at what she's doing here. She's taking the actions of some people and putting those intentions on everybody else that's like laughing at the guy for getting triggered over pronouns. Because does that probably apply to Hassan? Probably, if we're being honest. Although I don't know that. I don't know that Hassan thinks that people should go to jail over using the wrong pronouns. But it's like, I don't think that applies to the Act Man. Again, remember, the Act Man, he made videos criticizing the Hogwarts Legacy boycotters. Although, at least I'm pretty sure he did. Okay, maybe he made videos defending them, but I have memories of him making videos laughing at the boycotters. Either way, it's like she's painting everybody that's laughing at the Starfield pronouns guy as the crazy SJWs. But what she and I think she and a lot of people are like having trouble realizing is that you have the right-wing SJWs, right? The Starfield pronouns guy, Lauren Chen, and a bunch of anti-SJW people. Then you have the left-wing SJWs that are obviously going to boycott Hogwarts Legacy. They're going to get mad at fucking whatever for not having black people in it. And then those are probably like rather niche people. Then you have a bunch of people in the middle that will laugh at both sides. And that's what I'm not sure if a lot of these like anti-SJW people, it feels like they just don't understand that there is most people in the middle are going to laugh at both of you. So I just want to point that out.
Freaking out. It's not a big deal. And something else I want people to understand is that even asking someone for their pronouns, that is an ideological move. You are essentially signaling your allegiance to the far left. And so on those grounds alone, just having a far left dog whistle.
I mean, if that's far left, then I'm far left because I don't care about that. I don't like if I'm a cisgender, I'll just, those are my pronouns. Like just because you disagree with the whole like gender ideology or whatever, that's fine. But there are other people in society that agree with it. Like there are other people in society that feel like that. And in my everyday life, like again, honestly, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. It's like I believe that gender dysphoria probably exists, but I haven't really thought too much about it. But it's like in my everyday life, am I gonna be like fighting about it? No, I don't care that much about it. So if somebody wants to like have different pronouns than what their biological sex is, I just don't really care. In society, I'm fine if we move in that direction. So if you want to say that that's far left, if I'm far left because of that, Sure, I don't give a fuck.
in your game, as in any other customer, they're well within their rights to say, hang on, I don't
But again, the fucking character creator. Okay, we can't move away from that. It's a character creator. If there's one place where it makes sense to include it, it is here.
like this because I'm not looking to be preached at politically. I'm actually looking for an apolitical experience because I simply want to be entertained. If a game opened up like it had like one of those little intro scenes, it started with a character giving the Sieg Heil. And not only did one character give a Sieg Heil, the game also prompted the player to Sieg Heil. Now, even if that never came up again in the game, it just continued on somewhat apolitically. The fact that that was present at the beginning of the game and that the game actually demanded.
I mean, yeah, honestly, if there was a game that let you play as a Nazi, would that be controversial? Absolutely. But me personally, she thinks she's going to get me with this. I'd be okay with that. Like, that's art. That's art, man. Like, in fucking Knights of the Old Republic, I'm pretty sure you could play as a Sith Lord. That's art, bro. In GTA, you can play as a criminal. You can, like, murder hookers and whatever. That's art. She thinks she's going to get me with that. I am ungettable, Lauren Chen. You weird political conservative hack.
Did the player participate in such a display of political ideology? Do you think the same people saying it's not a big deal, it's just pronouns, would have that same attitude?
I mean, I agree that they wouldn't. But, again, it's like, she's like putting this weird dichotomy. It's like, I'm pretty sure also those people would be like, yeah, I'm fine with the transgender ideology, but I'm against the Nazi ideology. Like, I also don't think that that's the gotcha that you think it is. Because most of these people are saying, yeah, the pronoun stuff, if you want to say that it's transgender ideology, that's fine. I'm okay with transgender ideology. And simultaneously, I am against Nazi ideology. So I also don't think this is even a good gotcha for those people.
I think they wouldn't. And I know what some of you may be thinking, Lauren, you can't really compare pronouns to the Sieg Heil, though. And actually, yes, I can. Giving the Sieg Heil, just like asking for someone's pronouns, it's essentially a virtue signal, a ritual that you do to show that you are in allegiance with the correct.
No, the pronouns, that's so that people know what to refer to you as. It's not the same thing at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
Extremist radical ideology. And it's just kind of interesting, and by interesting, I mean mind-numbingly hypocritical, that simultaneously you had these online activists complaining that someone is upset about pronouns because, hey, it's just pronouns, it's not a big deal, while also at the same time complaining that the pronoun aspect wasn't a bigger part of the game. As this Reddit user complained, the pronouns basically don't do anything frowny face. I picked they, them with a feminine frame and a masculine walk. Played about 25 hours, and multiple times characters have referred to me using girl/woman/she, just disappointing. And by the way, it's not just random players that are proving the point that the pronouns are actually a big deal for these people. As bounding into comics,
it's like these people. I frantically searched for one Reddit comment that this is such a large group of people.
has reported. In an escalation of the ongoing controversy surrounding Bethesda's latest release, Nexus Mods founder Robin Dark One Scott has confirmed that the popular PC game mod hosting site will work to delist any uploads that seek to remove the option for players to choose their pronouns from their own personal copies of Starfield. The site's
So yeah, I mean, I think this is probably kind of cringe, although to be fair, they're their own website. They can choose what they do or don't want to host, but then sure, I'm sure people will go in and be like, oh, but you chose to host this thing, but not this thing. And so I think that's just like a dangerous road to go down, you know? But so I don't know. I'm like, obviously they have the right to do it, but I personally think you should probably let people mod the game without the pronoun option if they really got that triggered by it. I personally think it's fine to let them do that. But again, I just want to point this out. She is taking all these random things and trying to paint this ideology on everybody. that is laughing at the people mad about the pronouns, right? She's trying to loop in these people with the Act Man, who I know for a fact, unless my memory is escaping me, made videos criticizing the Hogwarts Legacy boycott people. She's trying to web everybody together.
Policy is thus: we are for inclusivity, we are for diversity. If we think someone is uploading a mod on our site with the intent to deliberately be against inclusivity and or diversity, then we will take action against it. The same goes for people attempting to troll other users with mods deliberately to cause a rise. For our part, we will endeavor to do a better job of moderating our website to this ethos ourselves. So pronouns really aren't a big deal? Well, try telling that to the folks over at Nexus Mods. In any case, that's basically all I have to say for now, and as always, if you enjoyed this video...
So yeah, basically... there are right-wing SJWs, there are left-wing SJWs. Most of the people laughing at the thumb from Spy Kids were just laughing at him because he got triggered by pronouns. He did get triggered by pronouns. You can say that there's broader context surrounding the situations, but it was the pronouns that triggered him. And yeah, remember, you just got to remember, there's a bunch of people in the middle that aren't left-wing SJWs that are laughing at you guys, the right-wing SJWs, in the same way that we laughed at left-wing SJWs back in 2016. So just keep that in perspective. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.